Hi, everybody. It's Jodi Silverman, and we are in the nest. And we're here with my friend, and I'm just going to say her name. We're here with my friend Jill. And I'm so excited to have Jill here because we are really going to talk about something that afflicts, I don't even know if that's the right word, but afflicts a lot of women. I don't know, is that the right word?
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
So go ahead, Jill. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, how many kids you have, maybe their ages, and what you do in real life.
So my name is Jill Rosen. I'm from Dresher, Pennsylvania. I have two boys, 21 and 19, and I work for the Beth Shalom Preservation Foundation, a National Historic Landmark, the only Frank Lloyd Wright designed synagogue in North America,
Yep, right here.
located in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania. And just a little shout out, BethShalomPreservation.org. We have docent led tours, and we would love to have all of you come visit. And I'm thrilled to be here, and thank you for asking me.
Well, that's a wrap. There you go. That's why I love Jill. You're welcome. And Jill and I have known each other for a number of years. So her 21-year-old and my 21-year-old are very good friends.
Yes.
And they went through preschool and and the same synagogue locally. And I'm fortunate enough that not only do our boys really like each other, but I fell in love with
13
Jill
years
as a
of
friend.
camp.
Yeah, 13 years
13
of
summers of 7 weeks
yeah,
of camp.
oh my God, it's the first summer they're not at camp, so it's a whole thing. And now she's a fellow empty nester that celebrates the empty nest with me. There are no tears. There are no tears. But Jill and I were on the phone the other day and we were talking about saying yes and saying no, and overcommitting ourselves as women, which a lot of women do, and in all stages of our lives. And it doesn't just end in empty nest because we volunteer, we have jobs or careers that we can say yes or no to, we get offered new roles and new responsibilities. And we also have new things. We were just on one of our previous episodes, we were talking about side gigs. Like, when do you say yes or no to adding that to it? Aging parents, there's a lot that could go on. But Jill shared something about herself with the yes and no that, and I'm like, you know what, let's talk about this on In the Nest. So remember our conversation?
I do, a little bit. I think that we were discussing how you learn to say no.
Yeah, we were. And you said that it took you a long time to figure out how to graciously, I liked how you said that.
Yes, so it took me a long time to say no when I was asked. We're talking about volunteer commitments.
Yes.
And
Which you do a lot of.
Which I do a fair amount of, as do you.
Yes.
And I think that one of the issues I struggled with was that I noticed that I was overextended, overcommitted. I wasn't doing anything to 100% because I was giving everything about 75, 80% because there was just not enough time in the day, and I didn't have enough energy because I was working. I was still taking care of a family. My husband traveled, as you know.
Yes.
Typically for, I think up until last year it was close to 250 nights a year. And I finally got some coaching on how to say no and how to choose what you say yes to. And since then, I felt a lot better about selecting the commitments that I say yes to, and I find that I do a much better job because I can give 100%.
So I should have called you before answering the last request I got from my synagogue.
Which is my synagogue.
Which is your synagogue, because yes came out of my mouth.
Right.
And only kidding if anybody's watching from Temple Sinai. I'm on board, I'll do a good job. But I liked what you said, because you said there's actually, I know we don't know the exact statistic, but you actually said there's a statistic out there, and everyone can Google themselves. I don't, you Google. We're not. But it was about how you only get 75%.
Right. So there are a lot of statistics out there, but it talks about efficiency, and it says that at some point when you overextend yourself, that you're between 80 and 85% efficient and productive at any given task once you have overextended yourself. And I'm a person like you that when I say yes to something, I give actually 200%, and I want the job done well from the beginning until the end. And so I struggled with that for a long time where I would say yes to things. I would go, I would lend my name, I would sit in meetings, and not a lot would come from it. And I would leave and feel that it was not a good use of my time and that I wasn't contributing anything.
And to add to that, we didn't even touch on the fact that, and I've been there where I've said yes to something that I really
Yes,
love and then realize I can't do it
that's right.
100%. And the stress and the anxiety I feel because I am a person like you, that when I take my commitment seriously. So, and I think it's something, I know it's something a lot of women struggle with. And we're going to wrap it up, but I just have, like, if there's one bit of advice, like you said, you were coached through it. What is the number one thing that you would suggest when somebody is asked to volunteer that they do before they say a yes or no? Or is there something,
Right.
a tip?
So there are two tips. One is ask for a job description, ask for a specific role, and ask for it in writing so that you can see in writing what exactly is someone asking you to do, what are the deliverables, and ask for the time frame, the time period. And those would be the two things that I would strongly suggest that have helped me um,
No,
in my own volunteer life.
yeah, they're great tips.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for saying
I was
yes.
so happy to be here.
And everybody, if you want to connect with me, because I certainly would love to connect with you, please go to jodisilverman.com, click the tab in the nest, and connect away. And as I always say, dare on.